This could be the room of any small, but it happens to belong to a boy named Christopher Robin. And like most small boys, Christopher Robin has toy animals to play with, and together they have remarkable adventures, all in a place called the 100-Acre Wood. His best friend is a bear named Winnie the Pooh, or Pooh short. Now, Pooh and his friends had some very unusual adventures. All happened in the 100-Acre Wood.
Oh, hey, Mr. Narrator, what's going on?
Well, hello, Pooh. Today we're not doing any stories today. We're just here to recap every lesson from previous adventures that you will have over these years, including those shows from Playhouse Disney.
Oh, that's right. Tigger, Piglet.
Woohoo! Hey, buddy boy, what's up?
We're having a life lesson in every show. Oh, count me in too, Pooh Bear. Can I help?
Well, you seem all good. It's time to turn the page now, shall we? Woohoo! That will be due, Mr. Narrator. After all, opening a book is what Tiggers like best. Let's get
to it, guys. Oh.
Well, that's how the books open. Hey, Pooh Boy, this looks like you're stuffed with fluff.
Oh, yes. That's what it is. This Tigger. I really loved it.
Well, you guys are having a fun and adventure.
Oh, yes, it was. 'Cause sometimes I can get in quite a sticky situation.
What's going on here?
Oh, hello, Eeyore. We are doing this. We're all doing, helping Mr. Narrator recap the lessons we did in our previous adventures.
Well, as my great uncle Tolbert used to say, once find good things, lessons can be a good thing for a memory. Did somebody say life lessons? Oh, count me in.
Why, thank you, Rabbit.
Wait for us, dearies.
Hiya, Pooh. Oh, hello, Kanga. Hello.
Well, hello there, Mrs. Kanga Man.
Good morning, Tigger, dear.
She called us dear. Well, Mr. Narrator, let's get started. Let's bounce. Pooh Boy, you mind turning the page?
Okay, now here it goes. Oh, that's me. Oh, that's me. I love them. Oh, Tigger, Piglet, it's you.
That was gonna be fun for a thing, buddy boy.
Oh, that was good. Pooh Bear, I love how the narrator does this. Oh, and there's a picture of Eeyore and Rabbit. And not to mention Kanga and Little Roo. Not to mention Owl and Christopher Robin.
Yes, you did, Pooh. Christopher Robin all writes about you. All about you, him, and all your friends.
Oh, that was really good. I wish Christopher Robin would be here by now.
And there we have the map of the 100-Acre Wood, which was your hometown, Pooh. Am I right?
Oh, yes, I believe so.
Well, let's turn the page and find out. Now for the life lessons from the franchise. Here we have Winnie the Pooh, the many years where it all happened. This movie tells the wonderful tales of Winnie the Pooh and his friends, which are based on the original stories by A.A. Milne. In Winnie the Pooh and the Honey Tree, Pooh decides to get some honey, which leaves him stuck in a rabbit's house and waits until he gets still again. In Winnie the Pooh and the Blustery Day, a blustery storm leads Pooh meeting Tigger for the first time, while learning about heffalumps and woozles and rescuing Piglet. And in Winnie the Pooh and Tigger too, Rabbit is tired of Tigger's bouncing, and so Pooh and Piglet try to make Tigger unbounce, which backfires. The lesson is too much of anything can lead to trouble. Moderation is key. Difficult times eventually pass. It's crucial to find happiness in the present moment and rely on each other for support. Show perseverance and the drive to help a friend in need. Value and accept difference. Embrace empathy and consideration. You can't force someone to change. Balance enthusiasm with boundaries, and it's important for friendship and teamwork. And in Winnie the Pooh, next up is the Winnie the Pooh and the Day for Eeyore. Did somebody mention me? I love to hear about the story of me. Go on, Mr. Narrator. Okay, Eeyore, so here I go. In this story, Eeyore is sad because he thought everyone forgot his birthday. But Pooh and his friends were planning to help their friend with a surprise party. The lesson for this story: friends can support one another, particularly those who are struggling or feel left out. And sometimes simply being present and showing you care is the best gift you can give. What do you know? This seems like a good story. I'll better turn the page. And next comes with Pooh's Grand Adventure, the search for Christopher Robin. In this story, a day turned into an adventure when Pooh and his friends believed that their friend Christopher Robin has gone to Skull, so they went out for a search to rescue him. Lesson for today: listen to what others have to say, even if it's not good news. Don't always trust others' claims. Even if they're smart, they might make mistakes, especially you, Owl. Oh, yes, you're quite correct. I might get even mistaken those if I haven't read it carefully. And with enough confidence, you'll be able to overcome your issues. Good. And here comes Winnie the Pooh, a Valentine for you. In this story, Pooh and his friends are worried about Christopher Robin and had a bad case of the smitten. Oh, yes, we always thought this was this one. Oh, yeah, you're right, Pooh Bear. I thought that was when you thought we thought Christopher Robin is not interested in us, though he already has. Me too. I wish Christopher Robin was here by now. Well, Here's the lesson. Even though there are new friends to meet, you're still with old friends. And remember, making new friends doesn't mean old friends are not wanted anymore.
Oh, yes.
I'll help you out, Mr. Narrator.
Oh,
And next comes Winnie the Pooh, Seasons of Giving. This movie tells the holiday stories about Winnie the Pooh and his friends. It also shows a Winnie the Pooh story about Thanksgiving.
wait a minute. Is that Gopher? I thought he was not in the book.
Well, Pooh, I believe he did. Now, it's just created by Disney.
Are you breaking the fourth wall about this?
Yeah.
Oh, we really miss Gopher. He was a good friend.
Well, Pooh, I believe he's busy. Anyway, let's get on with the lesson. Oh,
Oh, wait. Did he just say you say Thanksgiving?
yes, Pooh, I did.
Well, that reminds me of when Rabbit was organizing a Thanksgiving party, like turkeys and stuff. But that's more than that. It's about what you're thankful for.
That's right, Pooh. There, you done good. The lesson, please, Mr. Narrator. Thank you, Rabbit. Anyway, true holiday spirit comes from friendship and shared experience, not just traditional foods or gifts. Wow. And next, here comes the Tigger movie. Here. Did somebody mention? Ah, Tigger, watch where you're bouncing. Sorry, buddy boy. Somebody mentioned me. Anyway, guys, here goes. Oh, that was me calling out thinking that I was under Tiggers, huh? Yes, Tigger, we have. Anyway, in this story, in Tigger's story, Tigger goes on a journey to find his family that looks like him. But his friends, who were busily preparing for winter, wanted him home. And the lesson? And for this story, friends can be family too. Hiding or lying about a situation could lead to more harm than good. Don't always take what someone says literally. If you want to help someone, don't be so reckless. Yes. Well, Mr. Narrator, sir, at least I know that family is friends. At least my friends always care about me. It makes me want to bounce. Oops, gotta work on my bouncing. Here, out of the way, Pooh, Bear. The narrator's gonna turn.
Oh, thank you, Rabbit.
And next comes Winnie the Pooh, A Very Merry Pooh Year. And in this story, it was New Year's Eve, and Rabbit is planning a party at his house. But when Rabbit gets irritated at Pooh eating honey, Piglet being scared, Eeyore's gloominess, and Tigger's bouncing, he decides to move away, so the others change their personality. This movie includes a Winnie the Pooh and Christmas 2 special where Pooh tries to send gifts to his friends after trying to send a letter to Santa. And the lesson of the story? Christmas isn't about just getting gifts, it's about being with family and friends. And remember, kids, learn to accept other people's flaws. Even if they can be an issue sometimes, it's who they are. Plus, changing one's personality could cause more harm than good. And next comes Piglet's Big Movie.
Ooh, why, thank you, Mr. Narrator, sir. Oh, it looks like me. I wish I was big, but you know what they say, little guys can do big things too.
You got that right, Piglet. And in Piglet's story, Piglet feels sad of being small and little. So he wanders into the 100 Acre Wood, alone, leading the others to search for him. The lesson for today, for this story, is being small or weak doesn't make you completely helpless. You can still do anything. Don't take all the credit to yourself. Share some with others who help too.
That's true, Mr. Narrator. Even if I'm small, it doesn't mean if you're helpless, you can still do anything. Like, you can, like, help out your friends.
Yep, that's right. That's right, Piglet.
Piglet, when we're done, can I have some honey? Mind if we have a snack for honey? Oh, thank you, Pooh.
And now we come to the next page where we're into Winnie the Pooh, Springtime with Roo. And in this story, based on the Charles Dickens story called A Christmas Carol, it was Easter, and Roo and his friends are celebrating Easter. But Roo hosts the spring cleaning day, which upsets the others. Can Rabbit change his mind and get back to Easter? Well, it turns out he did. Well, yeah. Yeah, I did learn. I thought I want to do a spring cleaning day.
That's right. At least you learned how to be caring for your friends.
Anyway,
the lesson, please, Mr. Narrator.
Oh, thank you, Roo. Anyway, for the lesson for this story, don't be so bossy and controlling over the situation. It could result in disaster for you and others. And think about what others want, not just yourself. That's selfish. And you can't have always things your way.
That's right, dear Mr. Narrator, dear. We should love others rather than just yourself. Just like how you do with your mom, like how you love your mothers, or sisters, or brothers.
That's right, Kanga. And now we come to the next story. It's Pooh's Heffalump movie.
Oh, Mr. Narrator, is that the one where I meet Lumpy?
Yeah.
I miss Lumpy. He's my good friend.
Well,
the story?
Oh, thank you, Roo. Anyway, in Pooh's Heffalump movie, in this story, strange things happened in the 100 Acre Wood when the Heffalumps arrived, which frightens Pooh and the gang. But when Roo makes friends with a Heffalump named Lumpy, he discovers that Heffalumps are nice creatures, not scary creatures. And the lesson for the story today, kids: strangers may seem scary at first, but once you get to know them, they're not so bad. They may be not so bad. Plus, not all rumors are true.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. That was... Oh, Tigger, was that you? You seemed like scared before.
Well, what do you do? I was scared before, Buddy Bear. I did. Not like the one I told when I first met you, when I did not like honey.
Oh, yeah. Well, we all miss Lumpy, Tigger. And I bet you miss Lumpy too, Roo. Yeah, but he's with his mom.
Well,
and then after that, after we apologized for Lumpy for that, it was just happening. It was good. It feels like what happened was the Halloween.
Well, as what Pooh said, we turn the page and we go to Pooh's Heffalump Halloween movie. And in this story, it's Lumpy's first time trick-or-treating with Roo as they go on an adventure to search for the Gobloon, a creature that Tigger said that has an ability to grant wishes. But if he catches them first, Roo and Lumpy will be turned into jaggedy lanterns. It also featured a Boo to You Winnie the Pooh special, where Piglet learns to conquer his fears. And the lesson for for this story: don't let your imagination run wild, even when you're feeling scared. Friends can conquer their fears by facing them together. Friends can help each other feel braver and stronger, making scary situations less daunting. And also, any other holidays like Halloween is about adventure and spending time together with friends. Okay, that was Lumpy's last time until the play as Disney, My Friends Tigger and Pooh. But we're not gonna go there yet because right now we're in Winnie the Pooh for 2011, which 11.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Narrator. Thank you, Mr. Narrator. And, oh, that's when I was trying to balance the honey pots. Oh, and that's when I think Tigger was making Eeyore become a Tigger to help defeat the Bagson.
Yes, Pooh, there is. Anyway, on to the story. In this story, when Eeyore loses his tail, Pooh, Tigger, Piglet, Rabbit, Owl, Kanga, and Roo are on a journey to help Eeyore. The winner of the contest will get a pot of honey. But it became an adventure when Owl misread the note from Christopher Robin saying that he's been captured by a creature called the Baxon. The gang must work together to save him. It turned out to be a very busy day for Pooh Bear, who simply goes out to find some honey. That was when I made a mistake again. Am I right? Oh, yes, Owl. You were making mistakes sometimes. Anyway, on to the lesson. Oh, wait. Did somebody mention me? Because I lost my tail once, but at least I got my tail back.
Oh, yes, your tail. Oh, that's really nice. Mr. Narrator, the lessons, please.
Anyway, and the lesson for today, for this story, sometimes you need to slow down, appreciate the present, and find contentment in simple things. And it's okay to be scared or sad and to share those feelings with loved ones. And it will eventually build resilience. By showing loyalty and coming together in times of need, friends will always be there for you. And a simple act of kindness like being there for a friend can be very meaningful. And it's very important to prioritize your friends' well-being over your own desires. That's called helping others.
Yep, indeed. It's always friendlier to help others.
Thanks, Pooh. And so we come to the next page, which is Christopher Robin for 2018. And in this story, Christopher Robin, who is now a grown-up, receives a surprise from his childhood friend, Winnie the Pooh. Christopher helps Pooh find his friends, Tigger, Piglet, Owl, Rabbit, Kangaroo, and Eeyore. And once they are back together, they helped him rediscover his life.
Oh, I wish Christopher Robin here. He'd be very glad that He'll be very glad that someone created the lessons that someone watched.
Okay, Pooh. And for the lesson of the story is it's about the importance of rediscovering and nurturing one's inner child and cherishing relationships over the relentless pursuit of work and material success, and doing nothing leads to the very best of something. And so we come to the TV series comes New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh from 1988 to 1991.
Oh, I love it. This is one of the best, one of the great adventures. Oh, they even have our theme song and me eating honey.
Like, oh, you, well,
One of them, those are the episodes of our adventures.
yeah, we're not gonna go to the plot. Those are just to teach kids to go on exciting adventures with you and your friends in the 100 Acre Wood. Okay, here are the episodes. In Pooh ought to be in the pictures. In this story, he disgusted. Piglet hides inside his house after being disgusted about a scary movie. The lesson in this story, everyone experiences fear and that it's okay to have those feelings. Friendship and being with friends is important, even though you're scared. In Friend Indeed, Rabbit is tired of Pooh borrowing some honey and tricks Pooh that he's moving away. Lesson: true friendship involves support, understanding, and sometimes even a little sacrifice to help a friend in need. In Donkey for a Day, Pooh and the gang tried to cheer Eeyore up. The lesson for today: sometimes the best way to cheer someone up is to simply listen to them and understand their perspective rather than trying to force them to enjoy activities they don't find fulfilling. In There's No Camp Like Home, Pooh, Piglet, and Tigger are going out camping where they meet the Heffalump family. Lesson: trusting your friends and working together can help overcome challenges and misunderstandings, even when facing fears. In Balloonatics, Pooh borrows a balloon from Christopher Robin, and everyone panics after it goes flat. Lesson: always tell the truth, even though there are consequences. When you think might be broken isn't actually broken at all. In Find Her Keeper, Rabbit adopts a baby bluebird named Cassie. Lesson: if you love someone, set them free, even if the world is dangerous. And some animals shouldn't be pets as they are much better off in the wild. Everyone has to learn something new to grow up in life. Don't be so overprotective. And remember to respect your loved one's wishes, even if you don't like it at first. In The Piglet Who Would Be King, Piglet is trying to find a present for Pooh and ends up king in a far-off land. Lesson: be thoughtful and respectful to other people's feelings and ideas, even when serving a political leader. In Cleanliness is Next to Impossible, Pooh and his friends are helping Christopher Robin and cleaning up his room. But to do so, they will have to battle the evil Crud and his crayon minions. Lesson: it's important to keep your room clean and put everything in its proper spot. In The Great Honey Pot Robbery, Stan Wuzel and Heffalump are stealing all of the honey. Lesson: sharing is better than stealing. There's absolutely no excuse to accuse innocent people. Hiding or running away from problems is not helping. Instead, we stand up for ourselves. Always trust your instincts. And remember, new people may look scary at first, but they may actually be nice. In stripes, Tigger loses his stripes. The lesson? Though you might look different on the outside, you're still yourself on the inside. And remember, compassion might help, but will not work in every situation. In Monkey See, Monkey Do, a toy monkey makes a bet with Pooh and the gang that he can do everything better than they can. Lesson? Everyone has unique strengths and weaknesses, and it's important to appreciate your own qualities rather than trying to be someone else. And in Babysitter Blues, a babysitter is looking after the friends. Lesson? Babysitting is a big responsibility. In How much is that rabbit in the window? Rabbit runs away after getting tired of his friends borrowing from him. Lesson? Everyone is special in their own way. Running away from problems is not helping, and sometimes it's okay to rely on others for help. And when a place is closed, do not enter, for trespassing could lead to serious jail time. And shoplifting can lead to serious jail time too, even if it's an unintentional one. The safest bet is to buy money. In Nothing But the Tooth, Pooh believes that he had lost his sweet tooth. Lesson? It's okay to be different, and that even if you don't fit in with others, you can still be loved and accepted for who you are. In Gone with the Wind, Piglet is afraid to go outside after the wind blows. Lesson? Even when things seem scary or overwhelming, relying on friends and facing challenges together can lead to a positive outcome. In Paw and Order, Pooh and the gang acted out as at a place set in the Old West. Lesson? It's important to face challenges with courage and resourcefulness, even when you're afraid. In Honey for a Bunny, Rabbit tries to get honey for Pooh to trade for a bookend. Lesson? When you communicate with your friends, you have to communicate with them more openly so that situations can be avoided. Be thoughtful and show appreciation for your friends. And friendship and the happiness of your friends are ultimately more important than any object. In Trapped as a Trash Can, the Heffalump family returns to the 100 Acre Wood to trap woodland animals. Lesson? Trying to be clever or overly strategic can backfire, leading you to fall into your own traps. In The Masked Offender, Tigger creates an alter ego, a mysterious figure who fights for justice. Lesson? Being a hero requires more than just good intentions. It requires understanding the impact of one's actions and the importance of working with others. With great power comes great responsibility. In Things That Go Piglet in the Night, after being spooked by strange sounds, Pooh, Piglet, and the rest of the gang thought it was a ghost. Lesson? Sometimes people's fears are unfounded. There's nothing to be afraid of. And remember, things are as scary as they seem, especially in the dark. In Luck Amok, bad luck comes to the 100 Acre Wood. Lesson? Superstitions don't have real power, and it's better to face your fear with the help of friends. And there's no such thing as bad luck, and superstitions are not real. In Magic Earmuffs, Piglet learns to skate with the help of some magic earmuffs. Lesson? Confidence and practice rather than magic are what truly help overcome fears and achieve goals. In The Wishing Bear, When Pooh thinks he used up Christopher Robin Wish's star, he tried to fulfill his friends' wishes. Lesson: while wishing upon a star can be fun, the true magic lies in the effect and care you put into making your friends' wishes come true. And remember, friendship is a gift that doesn't need to be wished for, as it already exists. In King of the Beasties, Tigger crowns himself as the king of the beasties. Lesson: it's important to be honest, and that true strength comes from being yourself, not from trying to be something you're not. With great power comes great responsibility. In The Rats Who Came to Dinner, the pack rats appear to be robbing everyone. Lesson: it's important to not judge others based on assumptions or rumors, and to understand that action can have different meanings depending on context and perspective. In My Hero, Piglet saves Tigger's life, and Tigger becomes Piglet's servant. Lesson: while it's good to help others, you shouldn't feel obligated to become their servant or be indebted to them for life. In Owl Feathers, when Owl thinks he lost his feathers, Pooh and the gang try to cheer him up. Lesson: appearances can be deceiving, and that assumptions can lead to unnecessary worry and sadness. In a lesson, appearances can be deceiving, and that assumptions can lead to unnecessary worry and sadness. In A Very, Very Large Animal, when the crows bother Piglet, he wishes to be bigger. The lesson: you may be small on the outside, but the many things you can do will let you feel big on the outside. But in Fish Out of Water, Gopher moves into Rabbit's house due to a stampede of fish traits invading his home. Lesson: by working together and combining your strengths, you can overcome challenges, even those that seem overwhelming at first. In Tigger's Shoes, Rabbit gives Tigger's shoes that weigh down with nuts and bolts as a way to teach him not to mess up his garden. Lesson: telling the truth is important. It's wrong to try to prevent friends from being themselves. Even if you have a good reason of what you're attempting to do to your friends, stealing is wrong. In Lights Out, Rabbit borrows Gopher's helmet without permission and loses it. Lesson: borrowing without permission and then losing what was borrowed can lead to trouble and hardship for others, especially when it involves friends trying to help you find it. In The New Eeyore, when Tigger tells Eeyore that being popular is easy, Eeyore makes an attempt to act like Tigger. Lesson: being yourself is better than trying to be someone else. Trying to imitate others can lead to trouble, and that embracing your own unique qualities is more fulfilling. Don't always listen to someone else's advice, as it may do more harm than good. In Tigger Private Eye, Tigger becomes a crime-busting private eye. Lesson: it's better to be honest and rely on your genuine abilities than to fascinate situations for personal gain. In Party Pooper, Rabbit and the gang are planning a party for Rabbit's relatives and himself. Parties do lesson: parties do not need strict schedules or obsessive organization. They're supposed to be fun, and you can have fun whenever you want. In The Old Switcheroo, Piglet and Roo switch places, so Roo will never take a bath. Lesson:
It's important to be honest. Attempting to trick others can lead to consequences. And remember, kids, hygiene is important. In Me and My Shadow, when Piglet has no one to play with and his friends are all busy, he makes friends with the shadow. Listen, when feeling lonely, one can find companionship and ship in unexpected places, like a shadow. But the true friendship is about connection with others. In To Catch a Hiccup, Piglet has the hiccups and his friends tried everything to cure him. Lesson? Even simple remedies can be effective when offered with love and support, especially in silly situations. In Rabbit Marks the Spot, the gang searches for buried treasure. Lesson? While practical pranks can be a fun way to teach a lesson, taking them too far can hurt others' feelings and damage friendships. And remember, true friends. The gang searches for. Let me try it again. In Rabbit Marks the Spot, the gang searches for buried treasure. Lesson? While practical pranks can be a fun way to teach a lesson, taking them too far can hurt others' feelings and damage friendships. And true friendship is more valuable than cruel pranks. And in Goodbye, Mr. Pooh, the gang thought Pooh is leaving the 100-acre wood. Lesson? It's always important to be honest and communicate clearly with friends to avoid misunderstandings. Be considerate and don't take advantage of your friends, even when they are being generous. In Bubble Trouble, Pooh gets stuck in the bubble. Lesson? It's best for you to care for others and help one another, especially during difficult times. Even with minor disagreements, true friends will ultimately prioritize each other's well-being. And there's always a way out of every situation. In Ground Piglet Day, Ground Piglet is changed for Piglet. Lesson? Rushing to conclusions and not understanding others' perspectives can lead to unnecessary conflicts. In All's Well That Ends Wishing Well, Tigger celebrates his first birthday, but is disappointed when he doesn't get what he wants. Lesson? Be careful what you wish for. Greediness can negatively impact your friends and the joy of experience. Appreciate what you have and be grateful for friendships. On Valentine's Day, Rabbit decides that no one can celebrate Valentine's Day anymore. Lesson? Showing appreciation and love, even in unexpected ways, can be a good thing. A simple act of giving and receiving Valentines, even if it leads to a bit of chaos, can ultimately bring joy and reinforce the importance of friendship and affection. In No Rabbits Are Fortress, Rabbit is tired of Pooh, Piglet, and Tigger messing up his garden, so he builds a fortress. Lesson? Selfishness and a lack of trust can lead to negative consequences. Friendship and cooperation are essential, and that it's important to trust and support your friends, even when they can be annoying. And too much protection is just as dangerous as having no protection at all. In The Monster Franken Pooh, Tigger, Rabbit, and Piglet and Gopher are telling dark stories of the 100-acre wood. Lesson? It's important to distinguish between what is real and what's not, especially when dealing with stories that may be scary. And where has my Piglet gone? When Pooh misplaced Rabbit's hammer, he ends up misplacing Piglet. Lesson? It's important to be considerate of others and to not lose things that belong to them, especially if they are borrowed. Remember, losing things, especially when borrowing,
them from others can lead to complications and stress. In Up, Up and Awry, Pooh tries to fly like a kite. Lesson: it's okay to dream and have aspiration, even if they seem impossible, but it's also important to understand that some things are not possible, and that's okay too. In Eeyore's Tale, Tigger uses his private eye skills to help Eeyore find the missing tail. Lesson: appreciation and gratitude can be found even in the seemingly ordinary and mundane aspects of life. Remember, it's important to appreciate what you have and not take them for granted. In Three Little Piglets, Tigger, Pooh, and Piglet mess up the story, The Three Little Pigs, while Rabbit wants to stick to the original story. Lesson: being open to different interpretations of stories and having fun with friends while playing make-believe is valuable. In Prize Piglets, Piglet and the others run the race for the trophy. Lesson: true friendship and generosity are more valuable than winning or material possession. In Fast Friends, Gopher makes Pooh faster so you won't be late. Lesson: everyone has their unique pace and strengths, and it's okay to be different. In Pooh Moon, during a night camping tree, Pooh and Piglet thought they are on the moon. Lesson: don't blindly believe everything you hear or see. In Cause and Effect, Rabbit, Tigger, and Piglet are searching for crows while Pooh is guarding Rabbit's garden. Lesson: even with mistakes and mishaps, your genuine desire to help and your unique approach can contribute to a positive outcome. And remember, friendship and a willingness to help are valuable, even if not always done in the most expected way. In Old Bottle, Pooh and his friends tried to save Christopher Robin after finding a message in a bottle. Lesson: honesty is more valuable than trickery. In Owl and the Family, Owl's relatives are visiting him. Lesson: even when it is unconventional or unexpected, family is the source of joy and belonging. And remember, friendship can be just as fulfilling as familiar connections. In Shampoo, when Pooh loses his appetite, every animal mistakes each other's name. Lesson: be true to yourself and the value of your own unique identity. While it's fun to play and explore different roles, it's ultimately important to embrace who you are and appreciate the unique quality of your friends. In Rockabye Pooh Bear, Piglet decides not to sleep again after having a bad dream. In the lesson, bad dreams are not real. The friends can help you through them. In What's the Score, Pooh? Pooh accidentally releases Gopher's big boulder. There. Lesson: you should always find balance between work and play. Work and play are valuable and can even be Work and play are valuable and can even be combined. In Tigger's house guest, Tigger makes friends with a termite. Lesson: you can find friendship and fun in unexpected places and accept others for who they are, even if they are different. Friendship can be found with anyone, even if they are not who or what you initially expect. And remember, it's better to appreciate one's unique perspective and find ways to include that person. In The Rabbit Takes a Holiday, when Rabbit is on a vacation, Pooh and the others accidentally made Rabbit's garden worse. Lesson: It's better to find balance between personal time and social connections. True friendship involves respecting each other's needs and finding a balance between individual needs and the needs of the group. And Eeyore tries to grow his own garden. Listen, appreciate the efforts your friends put into making you feel better, even if the outcome isn't what you expected. When trying to cheer someone up, trying to cheer up a friend, deception is never the best choice. In Pooh's skies, when everyone think Pooh broke the sky, he and Gopher climb up to fix it. Lesson? Sometimes friends have to rely on each other's unique skills and perspectives to overcome a perceived crisis despite their initial fears and misunderstandings. In April, it was April Fool's Day in the Hundred Acre Wood, and Pooh and his friends are playing tricks on each other. Lesson? It's always important to understand the value of friendship, even when it involves playful trickery. In To Be or Not to Be, Pooh, Piglet, Tigger, and Rabbit go to war with the bees. Lesson? Friendship and teamwork are valuable, and that it's important to work together to solve problems, even when things get sticky. In A Night to Remember, Pooh, Piglet, Tigger, Rabbit, and Eeyore play a game of chess in Christopher Robin's attic that ends up becoming a little too real. Lesson? Being brave doesn't mean being fearless, but rather acting despite of feeling fear. And so we come to the next page, where we have more episodes, even more episodes. Where we have more episodes. In Tigger as the mother of invention, Tigger makes inventions to help his friends shovel the snow. Lesson? Well-intended actions can sometimes lead to unintended consequences, and that sometimes simple solutions are best. Even when things go wrong, sometimes good can come from them. In The Buck Stops Here, Pooh, Roo, and Owl's cousin Dexter are on a quest to hunt rabbits' troublesome bugs for Christopher Robin's science project. Lesson? Always respect others' property and follow instructions, especially when they are meant to protect something important. And easy come, easy Gopher digs around Rabbit's house. Lesson? Always be careful to follow instructions and understand the consequences of one's actions, even when working with others. In Invasion of the Pooh Snatchers, there are jaguars in the woods. Lesson? Jumping to conclusions and letting anxiety take over can create unnecessary chaos and confusion. By working together and facing the fears, friendship can overcome their anxieties and realize there may not be a real threat. In Tigger Got Your Tongue, Tigger loses his voice, and Pooh and the gang try to find the nobody that took it. Lesson? Miscommunication and assumptions can lead to misunderstandings and even conflict. Remember, clear communication can help resolve issues and foster better relationships. In A Bird in the Hand, Cassie returns to the 100-acre wood, feeling all grown up. Lesson: everyone grows up. It's important to accept it. In Sorry, Wrong Slusher, Pooh and the gang battles the Slusher. Lesson: some fears are often products of your imagination and can be resolved by confronting them, understanding that their source, like a movie, and ultimately realizing that are not real. In Grown but Not Forgotten, Pooh and the gang are worried that Christopher Robin won't love them anymore since he's been invited to a party by a girl. Listen, while people change and move on, the bonds of friendship and the joy of imagination can remain, even as one enters adulthood. In a Pooh day afternoon, Pooh and the gang helps Christopher Robin hunt down a neighbor's dirty dog named Skippy before the neighbors got home. Lesson: friends can help each other out even when things get messy, and how taking responsibility even for rambunctious dog can lead to valuable lessons. In in The Good, the Bad, and the Tigger, when Tigger accidentally loses Christopher Robin's toy train, he and Pooh are put on trial as train robbers. Lesson: just remember, kids, always ask someone if it's okay to borrow someone else's things. And home is where the home is. When Christopher Robin accidentally destroys a family heirloom, he decides to leave home and set up somewhere else. Lesson: friends can support each other through misunderstandings and fears, and how having a place to call home, even a simple one, is valuable. Even when things are tough, there's always a place for you, and that sharing kindness and friendship can make all the differences. And always remember, running and hiding does not always help. That can lead to trouble. In Shovel, Toil, and Trouble, Gopher gets a giant shovel in the mail. Lesson: it's important to ask for permission before making changes to other people's belongings or spaces. Trying to improve things too quickly or with excessive force can lead to more problems than it solves. In The Wise Habit, it's Pooh's 65th birthday, and everyone thinks Pooh is wise. Listen, true wisdom is not necessarily about being old or having a lot of knowledge, but rather about having common sense, practical judgment, and a good heart. In Cloud, Go Away, Tigger insults a cloud. Lesson: mean words really do hurt other people, and it's always best to apologize. To dream to the impossible scheme, Gopher's grandpappy is visiting the 100-acre wood. Lesson: it's okay to dream and fantasize, but it's equally important to recognize and value the practical skills and efforts of others. In Piglet's poetry, Piglet creates a poetry, which Tigger dislikes it. Lesson: it's important to respect your friends' creations and not make fun of them, even if they are different or imperfect. And in Owl's World That Ends Well, when Owl decides to sing, the crows invade Rabbit's garden. Lesson: you should appreciate one's own unique abilities and find the best use for them. And even themes that seemed flawed can have a positive purpose. That's all the episodes for this series. What do you all think?
I think they're all great, Mr. Narrator. Oh, Tigger, someone put you.
Woohoo! Well, what do you know? That is me. I gotta get some medicine. Hey, Pooh Boy, what say we have a break? Well, guys, you'll be having a snack once we finish all of this. But right now we're gonna take a break. Many minutes later. That's some good honey.
Well, thank you, Mr. Narrator. That was really good. Yeah, Mr. Narrator, sir. Even though tigers don't like honey because they look icky to me. Are we back from the break yet, Tigger? At Pooh and Mr. Narrator too. Yes, Eeyore, we're back. We finished our breaks.
Well, that's good, my dear. So now what should we do? Maybe do more lessons?
Yes, yes, Roo and Kanga. We're having more lessons. As I have, and I'm doing halfway good.
Oh, dear. Is there gonna be more lessons about Pooh and us?
Yes, Piglet, there always are.
Well, at least I want to see if our stories from our adventures are really good. There, Miss Narrator.
Yes, as my great uncle Tobert used to say, when there's a book to be done, it must have its famous glory. Ha ha! You said it, owl. Now, can we continue on?
Oh, yes, indeed.
Okay, step aside, guys. We need to make room for me to turn the page. I guess so, Mr. Narrator, sir. That it figures.
Oh, take it away, Mr. Narrator.
Of course. Here I go. And so we come to the next page of our story, which is now the Book of Pooh. Where those kids would learn early topic lessons with Winnie the Pooh and his friends inside a magical storybook in Playhouse Disney, I think.
Oh, yes, we do. We're friends. After all, our franchise is kid friendly, you know.
So it is, Pooh. Anyway, here are the episodes. In Best Wishes Winnie the Pooh, Pooh tries granting wishes for his friends. The lesson? Kindness and intentions are valuable, even when they don't have magical results. In Double Time, Rabbit lost a day on his calendar. The lesson? It's better to manage time and properly and work at a reasonable pace rather than rushing and trying to do everything at once. In Are You Me, Pooh is invited to lunch by an unknown person. Lesson? Clear communication and not making assumptions. In Happy Birthday Party, Pooh and Piglet are going to Rabbit's birthday party while getting lost in the scary woods. The lesson? It's the importance of friendship, patience, and adapting to unexpected changes. In Pigletry, the friends changed Piglet's poem. Listen, honor other people's feelings and respect their creative ideas. Wait a minute. Did you just say Pigletry? That reminds me of the time where I changed Piglet's poetry. But at least I learned to respect. That was in another series that we done. Yes, Tigger. Anyways, can I move on? Sure thing, Mr. Narrator. Carry on. Oops, sorry, Pooh boy.
Oh, it's okay, Tigger. No, as you were saying, Mr. Narrator.
Okay. In Dinosaurs, Owl reads a book about dinosaurs to the gang. The lesson, of course, is the meaning of extinct. In I came, I sowed, I conquered it. Tigger accidentally messes up the signs in Rabbit's garden when he bounces Piglet. The lesson? It's about telling the truth and the value of honesty.
And I get a kick out of you, the friends who bake the cake. The lesson? Before making something, make sure to listen and follow the instructions. Otherwise, you will end up making a mess. In circumference equals pirate r squared, Pooh and his friends became pirates. The lesson? It's the importance of certain attitude and the way of life and teamwork. In Pooh's to-do, Rabbit creates a schedule for Pooh so he won't be late. Lesson? Simple schedules with work fast. Work just for it. Work best for individuals. In My Gloomy Valentine, Pooh and the gang tries to give a Valentine gift for Eeyore. Lesson? The joy of giving and how to show care for a friend in a thoughtful way, even when they are not expecting it. In Mr. Narrator, which is I'm the narrator, maybe a different narrator, the narrator, aka me, needed help making up a story. Lesson? Everyone is unique and different, and that's a good thing. And we turn the page, and in Who Done It, the gang tries to figure out who took Pooh's honey jar. Lesson? Investigation, problem solving, and the value of a good mystery. In Piglet is sick of being small and wishes to be big. The lesson? Self-perception and appreciating your true size. In I Could Have Laughed All Night, Tigger loses his laugh. The lesson? It's about the dangers of misunderstanding and the powers of finding joy and laughter in unexpected moments. In X Spots the Mark, Owl gives the gang a treasure map that leads to Great Uncle Waddle's treasure. Lesson? Different things have different value to different people. In Vegetable Contents, Rabbit asks Pooh and the gang to tend his garden while he is injured. The lesson is about the importance of clear and concise communication and the value of friendship and teamwork. In A Welcome to Beat the Band, Rabbit starts a band for Kessie's return. The lesson? Teamwork and cooperation are most important than being bossy. In Owl's book, Pooh and friends must restore Owl's ruined book. The lesson? The joy of collaboration and creating making something together, even if the result isn't perfect. In Tigger's autobiography, Tigger decides to write an autobiography for himself. Lesson? It's important. If you want something done right, you should do it yourself. In You Can Lead Eeyore to Books, the gang tried to find a book suitable for Eeyore. Lesson? Everyone has different tastes, and you can't assume that what you like will suit others. In Honey Glazed Helmet, Owl is hit with nostalgia when he rediscovers his old Shakespeare book. Lesson? Handling and understanding nostalgia. In Befriended, Pooh and Piglet helps a lost bee finding his way home. Lesson? Helping others in need. Even when it might seem inconvenient, and shows how kindness can lead to unexpected rewards. In The Nightmare, Piglet wishes his nightmare would stop. The lesson? Misunderstanding creates more fear, and imagination is the key to controlling dreams. In a win-win-one situation, Tigger and Rabbit compete to see who's faster. The lesson? People can have different valid perspectives on the same event, and then that is normal. In a Very Sweet Home, Pooh's scheme to steal honey resolves in a hive full of angry bees in his house. Lesson? Respect other creatures' homes and habitats. In dog poop, so Pooh and Piglet role Pooh and Piglet role play their own spin on the classic tale of Don Quixote. Lesson: imagination and the power of storytelling can be used for fun, adventure, and to make friends feel special. In Beastly Burden, Tigger and the others tried to figure out a unique a unique quality about Eeyore. Lesson: everyone has a unique quality, even if it's not immediately obvious, and that true friends will help you discover it. In It's a Bird, yes, Cassie pretends to be a cool looking superhero. Lesson: true heroism is about being helpful. In A Breezy Little Story, Piglet and Tigger attempt to construct a kite without instructions on a breezy day in the woods. The lesson: teamwork, following instructions, and trying their best even when things go wrong. In The Small Wonders, Cassie and Piglet perform a talent show. The lesson: everyone has a special talent, and bravery is about facing your fears. As no matter how small you feel. In Night of the Brussels Sprout, Tigger tells the gang a spooky story about Brussels sprouts in Rabbit's garden. The lesson? It's about facing the unknown and overcoming fear through investigation. In Cassie Wises Up, Cassie wants to know everything and asks Owl to teach her. The lesson: knowledge is best acquired gradually, and even limited knowledge can be helpful. In Eeyore's Tale-iversary, the gang are planning a surprise for Eeyore on his birthday. The lesson? It's about the power of gratitude for what you have, even when things are not perfect. In The Spice of Life, when the bees go on a strike, that means no honey for Pooh. So the gang tried to find something for Pooh to eat that is not honey. The lesson? You'll never know if you like something until you try. In The Words Are Out, Piglet loses his voice due to laryngitis. The lesson? There are many ways to communicate, not just through words. In Brain Drain, the gang are worried that they will suffer brain drain. The lesson? Forgetfulness is a normal part of life, and that relying on memory alone can be unreliable. In Please and Thank Yous, Tigger misinterprets Owl's teaching and thinks he automatically gets what he wants, but when he says please. In the lesson, please may be an important word to use, but don't expect to get your own way just because you use it. In The Rumor Millstone, Rabbit tells a fib about spaghetti squash to keep Tigger out of his garden. The lesson? Don't start rumors. Telling a small lie can have consequences, and the truth will come out in the end. And in Busy as a Spelling Bee, Piglet gets stung by a bee and, on Owl's advice, mistakenly believes he had a disease called Spellitor demeritus. Lesson is about overcoming the fear of failure and the importance of not giving up. In Up in the Air Junior Bird Donkey, Kirsty thinks Eeyore looks especially gloomy, so she tries to teach him how to fly. The lesson? Empathy, perseverance, and acceptance. In Tigger's Replacement, Tigger teaches Piglet to be his temporary replacement while leaving for a while. The lesson? You are special and irreplaceable for who you are. For who you are, not for being a copy of someone else. In over the hill, Pooh decides to go over the hill in search for adventure. The lesson? Sometimes adventure is in your own backyard, and a new perspective can make the familiar exciting. In Take Me to What River, Pooh and Piglet decide to name the river in the 100 Acre Wood. The lesson? It's about perspectives, showing how different individuals can perceive the same thing in their own unique way. In Greenhouse with a Green Thumb, Tigger tries to improve his relationship with Rabbit by learning to garden, only to discover he had a natural talent for it. The lesson? It's about showing friendship through shared interest and the importance of patience, especially in gardening. In Night of the Waking Tigger, Tigger decides he's wasting fun time by sleeping and tries to stay awake all night. The lesson? It's important for everyone to get the rest they need, even they are full of energy like Tigger. In The World Without Pooh, the gang discovers what the life would be without Pooh Bear. The lesson? Miscommunication can cause friends to worry, but ultimately their hand the bond is strong enough to overcome the misunderstanding. In Friend of a Different Stripe, a rainy storm floods Rabbit's house, forcing him to stay with Tigger. Lesson? Accepting friends' differences is key to friendship, even when their lifestyles clash. In Mothers of Invention, Rabbit struggles to put the energetic Pooh to sleep for a while, for a nap. The lesson? When things go wrong, a solution can be found. In Once Upon a Happy Ending, Mr. Narrator accidentally skips the end of the story where we find Tigger stuck in a tree. The lesson? It's about understanding storytelling structure, specifically the importance of a beginning, middle, and end. And so we come, and next we have Piglet's Perfect Party. In this story, Piglet is throwing a party, but he wants to make it perfect for his friends. The lesson? True perfection comes from enjoying time with friends, not from achieving an unattainable standard. In a wood divided, Tigger and Rabbit had a big fight and decides not to talk to each other again. Lesson? Talk to people if you're angry to avoid grudges. In Brave Hat Piglet, Piglet believes a hat gives him the courage. Lesson? True courage comes from within yourself, not from an external object. In Scared Cow, Tigger howls its owl and becomes frightened by the strange noises he hears. The lesson? It's about understanding something can help overcome a fear of it. And on a clear day you can bounce forever, Tigger decides to bounce all the time after being inspired by a story in a book. The lesson? Doing your favorite things too much can make you sick of it and lose its joy. In The Best Day Ever, Pooh and Piglet try to plan the perfect day only to find that their plans don't work out. Lesson? The most important ingredient for a perfect day is spending time with people you care about. In Roosticks, Tigger finds a stick which reminds him of the day that Kangaroo first moved in. Lesson is about welcome and inclusion. In the 100 Acre Scrapbook, when Piglet goes away on a trip, he asks Pooh to remember everything that happened while he is gone. The lesson: find creative ways to remember things and cherishing special moments. In Where the Heffalumps Roam, Piglet wonders what heffalumps look like. So he and Pooh go on a on a safari to find out for themselves. The lesson: fears of the unknown are often worse than the reality. In and the good time was had by all. Our lens pull a watch that needs winding, which causes Pooh to think the time has stopped. The lesson: you cannot control time. In What's News, Tigger Cat? Tigger is tasked with being the rover reporter. The lesson: news needs to be factual and about things people don't already know. In Pooh's 24-hour book, the friends are finding a way to cure Pooh after he got a cure of the sneezels. The lesson: it's about teamwork and friendship in overcoming challenges and humorous consequences of miscommunication. In Blue Ribbon Bunny, the gang surprises Rabbit with a gardening award for his hard work he puts into his vegetables. In lesson: it's nice to receive an award, but be modest about it and don't let it go to your head. In Under the Pig Top, the friend misunderstood the story that Piglet is leaving when he runs away to join the circus. The lesson: conquer your fears and have courage to try new things, even when you're small. In The Best Laid Planets, Kanga reads Brew and Tigger a story about a space adventure. The lesson: accepting life's unpredictability and finding joy in simple things. In Happy Harvest Hare, Piglet finds Rabbit dancing after his harvest had finally been completed. Lesson: don't jump to conclusions based on partial information. In Bounce of a Lifetime, Tigger boasts that he can clear the scary words in one jump. The lesson: telling the truth is more heroic than telling a lie. In Hare and Shag Alike, Pooh wishes that he could keep his bounty to himself, but learns to share. The lesson: sharing is better than hoarding, and that deceiving friends is wrong. In The Terrific Talking Tomato, Tigger tricks everyone by making it appear that one of Rabbit's tomatoes can talk. Listen: knowledge and wisdom are valuable and worth seeking out, even if the initial motivation is a prank. In Casey Flies for a Spell, Owl hurts his wing, so Casey puts on an air show. The lesson: it's about friendship and showing appreciation for those you care about, especially when they are down. In The Book of Boo, everyone in the 100 Acre Wood is thrilled and spooked by the story, except for Eeyore. Lesson: it's about facing your fears. In Cassie Gets the Message, Cassie learns a valuable lesson about responsibility when she offers to deliver messages for her friends. The lesson: be responsible. In Map to the Wood, the friends made a map for Pooh so he won't be late to lunch at Rabbit's house. The lesson is about cooperation and problem solving. In The Stickiest Glue of All, in it, Pooh borrow Piglet's friendship plate and accidentally breaks it. Lesson: friendship is more important than any object. Own up to your mistake, own up or admit to your mistakes. And remember, true friends can overcome misunderstandings. In A Smacker on Every Pot, Tigger hits the campaign trail when the residents of the 100 Acre Wood get hit by election fever. Listen, different people have different strengths and are variable for different reasons. In Doodle, Roo wants to dance for his mother Kanga on her birthday. The lesson: the best way to express yourself is by being your unique self. In Buckaroo, Roo is sick in bed, so in order to make him feel better, Kanga tells him a story about him as a cowboy. Lesson: storytelling and imagination are powerful tools for comfort and healing. In Could It Be Magic, Tigger learns the importance of reading instructions while taking up magic lessons. In the lesson, speaking of lessons, the lesson of the story is reading and following instructions is more important than relying on unearned magic to solve a problem. In Diary of a Mad Gardener, Pooh and the gang misinterpret Rabbit's garden diary as an account of his frustrations with them. Lesson: miscommunications and misunderstanding the intentions of others. In I Was the King of the Heffalumps, Piglet dreams of having the ability to talk to Heffalumps. Lesson: don't be afraid to speak up in a group meeting. You're there because people are open to hear your opinion. In Tigger's club, Tigger starts a fun club for himself and invites everyone to join in. Which they're not interested in that. Speaking of that, the lesson of this story: you can't force people to take on a hobby or join a group they're not interested in. In Just Piglet, Piglet decides to open his own restaurant. Lesson: running a business is a lot of work, and one person can't be expected to do it all without limits. In Paradora's suggestion box, Rabbit has an idea for a suggestion box, but it doesn't work out the way he expected. The lesson is about the power of words and the importance of thinking before you speak. In Enterbraining, Rabbit stages a play which Eeyore wrote. The lesson: it's about the importance of respecting a creator's original vision. In Whether or Not, Rabbit needs rain for his garden, so Pooh, Piglet, and Tigger try to find a way to make it rain. The lesson: you cannot control external circumstances. Control your attitudes and make the best of any situation with your friends. And so we come to the last few pages of the Book of Pooh, and in its origin case, in the case of the disappeared donkey, Tigger becomes Stripey McSnarl, the detective, and investigates Eeyore's mysterious disappearance. The lesson is about the importance of communication and investigating a situation calmly and gather facts before jumping to conclusions. In the Little Dino Store, Tigger tells stories about dinosaurs to cheer up who feels too small to do things. Lesson: your size does not define your ability to be brave and even do great things. In Piglet's Inadvertent Adventure, Piglet ends up having an adventure even though he was just going to his mailbox. Lesson: even an uneventful day can hold hidden excitement, and that adventures are often found in the small, unexpected moments of life. In Power of the Pencil, it's Owl's Appreciation Day, and Pooh and his friends have to get ready for it. Lesson: simple, heartfelt gestures of appreciation are more valuable than elaborate plans. In The Wishing Tree, Pooh and the gang set out to find the wishing tree. The lesson: the greatest gift is the friends and community you already have. In The Great Honey Pot, Pooh and Piglet go on a search for a honey pot called the Great Honey Pot. The lesson: friendship is more valuable than any material possession or singular desire. In Impatient Piglet, Piglet is blown away by a kite, and Pooh is searching for a piglet in every page of the book. The lesson is about persistence, the true nature of friendship, and looking beyond the obvious as to solve a problem. And that's where the episodes of the Book of Pooh. But there's one that's not actually in the series, and that is the Book of Pooh, Stories from the Heart, in this story, the gang are revisiting each stories from season 1 while waiting inside Christopher Robin's room for his arrival. The simple lessons is about friendship, acceptance, and learning from mistakes. And now we come into my friends Tigger and Pooh, which kids will now join Pooh, Tigger, and their friend Darby, along with her dog Buster, and super sleuthing adventures with problem solving and teamwork. Did somebody say me and Pooh Boy? And did you say Darby? I bet we saw her. Oh, we really do miss her, right, Tigger? Exactly so, Pooh Bear. Hey, I got an idea. After Mr. Narrator finishes the story, why don't we invite all our Darby and Christopher Robin? Oh, yes, that's a good idea. Thanks, guys. So anyway, as I was saying, here are the episodes. In Rabbit's Rude Awakening, the Super Sleuths devise a stakeout. The lesson is about the importance of communication, empathy, and not jumping to conclusion. In Tigger's Shadow of a Doubt, Tigger is sad because he has no shadow. The lesson: things aren't always what they seem, and the lost item may not be truly gone. In How to Say I Love You, Rue wants to give her mom something extra special for I Love You Day. The lesson: express affections to your loved ones. In Piglet's Small Predicament, when Pooh's honey pots keep disappearing, Piglet helps out. The lesson: your unique qualities, even ones and you perceive as weaknesses, can be your greatest strengths. In Piglet's Echo, Piglet hears voices in the cave. Lesson: one should not dismiss new informatives simply because it initially resembles a previous less serious experience. In Rue's Catastrophe, Rue's kite is stuck. The lesson: everyone needs help sometimes, even the best problem solvers. In Eeyore's Tale of a Missing Tail, Eeyore loses his tail. Well, yeah, I always loses my tail when something happens. As usual. It figures. Of course. Oh, yeah, that's right. Of course you do. Anyway, the lesson of this is true friends provide unwavering support and appreciation, even when they don't fully understand each other. In Pooh, Light Up My Life, Lumpy thinks he sees gobloons. The lesson: overcoming fear of the unknown, though curiosity and understanding. In Lumpy Spends the Night, it's Lumpy's first time spending the night away from home. The lesson is about how to cope with homesickness, and it's okay to miss home. In Good Night to Pooh, Pooh the rabbit discovers in a book that bears hibernate and insists Pooh must too. The lesson: read carefully and don't jump to conclusions. In Eeyore's sad day, Eeyore is even sadder than usual. The lesson: show empathy and how to support a friend who is feeling sad. In Tigger's bedtime for Bouncer, Tigger is too tired to help the super sleuths. Lesson: get enough rest in order to be productive and feel good. In No Rumbly in Pooh's Tumbly, Pooh isn't feeling very much like himself. The lesson: understand and identify the root cause of a problem. In Pooh Sticks Got Stuck, the super sleuths play a game of Pooh Sticks only to discover that their sticks in the river water are disappearing. The lesson is compromise is important when you can't agree, and that you should work together to solve a problem. In Buster's rough day, the super sleuths are trying to understand what Buster's bark actually means. The lesson: communication is about more than just words. In Lumpy's pet project, the super sleuths help Lumpy care for his new pet fish. Lesson: different kinds of pets have different needs. In You Ain't Just Whistling, Tigger discovers that whistling is not one of the things that Tiggers do best. The lesson: admit your weakness, accept help from your friends, and remember, kids, practice makes perfect. In Piglet's hole problem, the hole for Piglet's mailbox is missing. The lesson is a hole is defined by its absence. In Tigger Goes for the Jaguar, Tigger becomes convinced and thinks he is a jaguar. Lesson: be true to yourself. In Rabbit's New Roomie, Tigger becomes Rabbit's new roommate. The lesson: compromise and considerate when living with others. In Pooh Raids of the 100 Acre Wood, Brew and Lumpy and the gang are finding the buried treasure on the pirate map. The lesson: solve problems, appreciate each other's unique strengths, and build strong friendship. In Tigger Hiccup, Tigger gets the hiccups. The lesson: be patient when eating. Remember to use perseverance and use creative thinking when helping a friend in need. In Darby's tale, Darby realizes her lack of tail makes her different. The lesson: appreciate and celebrate what makes you unique. In Tigger's delivery service, Tigger starts a delivery service. The lesson: use moderation and ask for help. In Supersized Darby, when Darby grows to giant size, she realizes she has a big problem. The lesson: be true, be yourself, and being bigger isn't always better. In Piglet's lighting frightening, the super sleuths help Piglet to not be afraid. The lesson: face your fears. In Chasing Pooh's Rainbow, Pooh is convinced that the tastiest honey is at the end of the rainbow. The lesson: the best things in life cannot be captured or possessed, but are instead appreciated in the moment. In Lumpy Mixes a Mystery, Lumpy needs help painting a birdhouse purple for his uncle's birthday. The lesson is, new things can be created by combining existing elements. In Porcupine's Pen Pal, Porcupine's pen pal wants to give her a hug. The lesson: Use self-acceptance and the true nature of friendship. In Piglet's 1001 watermelons, Piglet's watermelon has filled his house too much. In lesson, the difficulty of saying no and the importance of setting boundaries. In Eeyore's trip to the moon, the sleuths return a piece of the moon that lands in the 100-acre wood. Lesson is about the power of belief and imagination. And so we come to the next page, and we now is the incredible shrinking rule. In this story, Tigger measures Pooh's height. The lesson: appearances can be deceiving, and that accurate observation and clear thinking are necessary to solve a problem. In Eeyore's Home Sweet Home, the sleuths decide it's time for a remodel of Eeyore's house. The lesson: it's about the importance of asking people what they want instead of assuming what they need. In Rabbit's prized pumpkin, Rabbit is worried that its perfect pumpkin will be ruined for the competition. The lesson: sometimes in trying to protect something, you can end up harming it instead. In Many Thanks for Christopher Robin, the gang decides to invite a woozle to the Many Thanks feast. Lesson: it's about radical inclusivity. In Turtle's Need for Speed, the gang tries to help Turtle get to Rabbit's checkers game on time. The lesson: use your own unique strengths instead of trying to be someone else. In Pooh's Double Trouble, the gang is doubly shocked when they start to see twins of themselves. The lesson: it's about the dangers of deception and the importance of looking closely at a problem rather than jumping to wild conclusions. In Eeyore Sleeps on It, Eeyore has a sleepwalking problem. Lesson: it's about empathy and identifying the underlying cause of a problem. In Darby's Tooth and Nothing But the Tooth, Tigger and Pooh try to find Darby's lost tooth. Lesson: it's about the natural process of growing up and losing baby teeth. In Snow Problem Rule, the sleuths try to find out why the snow disappeared. The lesson: there are different ways to keep things cool. In Symphony for Rabbit, Rabbit accidentally breaks his homemade orchestra. The lesson: it's about friendship and creativity and showing appreciation. Tigger goes snowflakey. Tigger tries to find two identical snowflakes. Lesson: use clear communications to avoid misunderstanding. In Buster's Bath, the sleuths are trying to give Buster a bath. The lesson: sometimes the best solution to a problem is to let things happen naturally. In Once in a Full Moon, Lumpy holds his first moon party. The lesson: simple things in life are often and the most profound. In Lumpy's album Goes to Pieces, Buster chews on Lumpy's favorite stuffed animal. The lesson: a replacement can't truly substitute for a cherished original art item. In Rabbit's Excellent Adventure, Rabbit finds a bird's eggs in his garden and takes on the role of an egg sitter. Lesson: it's about the importance of cooperation and communication. In Flowers from Rue gives flowers to his mom and his friends, causing butterflies in their homes. Lesson: it's about good intentions and communication. In picking on Rabbit's door, a mysterious sound is keeping Rabbit from getting so much needed. A rush. A lesson? Be careful to listening and investigating before jumping to conclusions. In Christopher Froggen, Darby accidentally turns Christopher Robin into a frog. Lesson: don't jump to conclusions, even if something seems magical or scary. In Piglet's rocky problem, a boulder blocked Piglet's door. The lesson: you can overcome a large problem by breaking it down into smaller, more manageable steps, and your skills and helpfulness are not dependent of external accessories. In Darby's Solo Sleuth, it's up to Darby to find the right ingredients to help everyone feel better. The lesson: you can accomplish difficult tasks on your own, and that it's important to be resourceful. In Doggone Buster, the sleuths are trying to find Buster. The lesson: it's about teamwork, friendship, and communication. In Darby Goes Woozle Sleuthing, the sleuths search for a Woozle wizard who will grant a special wish. The lesson: it's about distinguish between legend and reality, and how the Tigger lost his stripe. Tigger loses one of his stripes. The lesson: be true to yourself and embrace your unique qualities. In Tigger Gets Bounced, Rabbit's bouncing machine outbounces Tigger. The lesson: everyone has unique talents and value each other's unique qualities instead of trying to change them. In Super Sleuths Wait Forever, the sleuths are trying to find a way to make waiting go faster. The lesson: you can't force time to go faster, and you can find ways to make waiting more enjoyable. And so we come. In Pooh's cookie tree, Pooh discovers a calm cookie tree while Lumpy's cookies are missing. The lesson: critical thinking and evidence rather than jumping to conclusions. If Lumpy joins in, Lumpy wants to sing in a chorus, though his trumpeting sound does not fit. The lesson: it's about adapting to individual talents and celebrating differences. In Small's world, after all, Tigger and Pooh are watching Rabbit's friend Small. The lesson: even the smallest creatures have an important part to play. In Darby's Fog Game, Fog Gone Mystery, or I should say, Darby's Fog Gone on Mystery, a wave of fog rolls into the 100 Acre Wood. The lesson: some problems cannot be solved by active intervention and are best left to resolve on their own. In Rabbit's Sound of Silence, Rabbit must bake a special cake for Porcupine's birthday that requires complete silence. The lesson: it's about patience and careful observation, and are necessary to solve problems. In Eager Beaver, Beaver decides to join the Super Sleuths team and give them some help. The lesson: the difference of working fast and working smart. In Pooh's Bees Buzz Off, Pooh can't find any bees, and that means no more honey. The lesson: sometimes problems are bigger than they appear, and the solution isn't always obvious. In Buster's Buried Treasure, Buster is missing his Super Sleuth medallion. The lesson: working together and thinking carefully are more valuable than a get-rich-quick mentality. In normal honey for Pooh, Pooh gets stuck in a log. The lesson: practice moderation and listen to your friends' warnings. In Stuck Be a Piglet, Piglet gets stuck in a dry mud. The lesson: it's important to ask for help when you need it. In Piglet's Nutty Problem, Piglet loses his special acorn he got from Pooh. The lesson: even when a task seems overwhelming, a structured approach can help solve it. In Missing Lumpy, in Piglet's Nutty Problem, Piglet loses his very special acorn he got from Pooh. Lesson: even when a task seems overwhelming, a structured approach can help solve it. In Missing Lumpy, Roo misses his friend Lumpy. The lesson: learn how to cope with you when you miss a friend who's away. In Darby's Lost and Found, Piglet reports that items are disappearing from the 100 Acre Wood. The lesson: jumping to conclusions can lead to the wrong answer, and investigate and keep an open mind when trying to solve a problem. Okay. Oh, in Piglet's Mystery Pet, Piglet adopts a tadpole named Squiggly, which everyone thought he's a fish when he is not. And the lesson: accept change and understand that not everything in nature is what it first appears to be. In Piglet's Lost Voice, Piglet lost his singing voice for his talent show. Lesson: a person's value is not determined by a single talent or ability. In Funny Rabbit, Pooh, Tigger, Darby, and Buster believe Rabbit doesn't know how to have fun and try to teach her. And the lesson: not everyone finds the same things fun. In Tigger's Day at the Museum, Tigger starts a museum called the Museum. The lesson: special it's a matter of perspective, and the most ordinary things can be considered special depending on how we look at them. In Skunk's Nonsense, the super sleuths are helping Skunk finds his smelly stench. The lesson: use self-acceptance and discover one's unique natural abilities. It's Eeyore's birthday. The super sleuths are trying to help Eeyore find his birthday. Hey, wait a minute. Did you say that was my birthday? Because I remember that adventure when the super sleuths tried to find. But in reality, I forgot it was what I had a birthday. So in this episode, I didn't have a birthday, which I actually do. I believe the creators are doing this to teach kids. I can't believe it. Oh, don't give up, Eeyore. You always have your birthday. Really? Well, that's something I would have expected. The lesson of the story is about the importance of friendship, thoughtfulness, and finding joy in unexpected outcomes, even when things don't go as planned. In the Tigger and Piglet switcheroo, when Roo performs a magic trick intended to make Tigger and Piglet switch battles, the two end up swapping personalities instead. Lesson: it's about accepting and appreciating the unique qualities of yourself and others, and that it is important to be yourself. In Flowers for Eeyore, when flowers are mysteriously left in front of his house, Eeyore wants to find out who gave them to him. The lesson is about friendship, consideration, and appreciating the effort of others. In Faster Rabbit, Lumpy and Roo mistakenly believe Rabbit is the Easter Bunny, so he decided to play along with the help of the Super Sleuths. The lesson? Accept help from friends. And remember, Easter is a celebration to be shared with everyone, not a task to be managed alone. In Darby's wheelie problem, the sleuths use bicycles while their scooters get a cleaning. The lesson? Oh, it's about overcoming the fear of failure to learn a new skill. When Turtle comes out of hiding, Turtle decides that he no longer needs a share. Lesson? It's about the things we sometimes view as burdens of hindrances, like a turtle shell, are often an important and useful part of who we are, and they may even provide comfort and protection. In Darby's poem. Oh, hold on. In Darby's Pony, seeing that Darby is always reading a book about a girl and a pony, Pooh and Tigger gets the idea that Darby really wants a pony. The lesson? Misunderstanding someone's wishes and the importance of communication and empathy. In Rabbit's Not So Scary Crow, the crows cause trouble when they eat Rabbit's vegetables. The lesson? Teamwork and combining ideas is more effective than a single solution. In Down Woodpecker's Memory Lane, Super Sleuths help their friend Woodpecker. The lesson? It's about the importance of retracting in one's steps to jog the memory and solve a problem. Darby's lost friend. The gang are trying to find Darby's stuffed monkey Billy Bull. The lesson? Working together as a team can solve even the most difficult problems. In Beaver's Taste Buds, the sleuths are trying to serve Beaver some food that he likes during the winter. The lesson? It's important to be open-minded and try new things even when you have a favorite. In Too Many Helpings of Tigger, Tigger tries his best to help his friends, which leads to more problems. The lesson? Even well-intentioned help can be counterproductive if it's unsolicited and causes problems. In Darby the Plant Sitter, Rabbit asks Darby to take care of his plants. The lesson? Sometimes problems aren't solved by doing more, but by understanding the specific needs of a situation. In Pooh's Nightingale, the Super Sleuths are trying to find Pooh's Nightingale bird. The lesson? It's about valuing genuine friendships and natural beauty over artificial replacements. In Home for the Holidays, when visiting Lumpy and Roo in the middle of the summer and without snow, Holly, the young reindeer, feels out of place. The lesson? Embrace new experiences and find fun in different ways. In Piglet's Found Art, the Super Sleuths are helping Piglet find his last crayon. The lesson is about finding or appreciating found objects. In Rabbit's Song for a Pumpkin, Rabbit calls the Super Sleuths to help make up a pumpkin song. The lesson is about teamwork, creativity, and finding value in different perspectives. In Pooh's Blues, Darby and Tigger discovered that Pooh's bottom is blue. The lesson is about acceptance and self-worth, regardless of physical changes or appearances. In Pooh's Badful Day, the sleuths are helping Pooh turn his bad day into a good day. The lesson? A friend can help you overcome a bad day. That sometimes things you see are as bad can actually turn out okay. In Sleuthing in the Wind, the super sleuths are trying to handle blustery problems. The lesson? It's about overcoming and learning to find the fun in challenging situations. And Rabbit gets squashed. The gang thought Rabbit turned into a pumpkin. The lesson, sometimes being a super sleuth requires you to think from a new perspective. In Topsy-Turvy Tigger tries his new way of bouncing upside down. The lesson, gaining a new perspective by changing your viewpoint, which can be beneficial when solving problems. In You're a Big Boy, Roo loses his mom's pouch watch. The lesson, be honest to your parents, even though there are consequences. In Turtles for the Birds, Tigger watches a rare, never before seen bird. The rare plum speckled boom whacker. The lesson is about persistence, managing disappointment, and being a good friend. In Darby's prickly predicament, the super sleuths are helping Roo and Lumpy rescue Roo's stuffed giraffe from a thorn bush. The lesson is about creative problem solving and collaboration. In Piglet's monster under the bed, Piglet gets scared of the night monster under his bed. The lesson is that fears are often unfounded, and things are not always as scary as they seem, especially in the dark. In Tigger's invitation frustration, Tigger is upset when he is not invited to Lumpy's birthday party. The lesson is about misunderstandings can cause worry, and that it's important to communicate and work together to solve problems. In Darby's Halloween case, the gang are frightened by strange noises at Turtle's Halloween party. The lesson is about overcoming fear by investigating the unknown and to not jump to conclusions. In Tigger Cleans House, Tigger can't find his tennis rackets because his house is a huge mess. Lesson: cleaning can be a lot of fun activity when approached with a positive attitude and teamwork. Okay, and we turn the page again. In Sleuth Buster helps the super sleuths find each other, while Piglet and Eeyore and Rabbit team up to find the super sleuths. The lesson, it's about communication and resourcefulness. In Roo's Pebble in the Pond, Roo tries to help everyone and help all your friends in the wood day. Hey, the lesson, even small contributions are valuable and can have a big impact. In Darby's Super Sleuth Surprise, the 100 Acre Wood residents are planning a surprise party for the Super Sleuths. Lesson, it's about the importance of teamwork and communication. In Busting Pooh's Bubble, Pooh gets trapped in an unpoppable bubble. The lesson, it's about problem solving through collaboration and persistence when a situation seems impossible. In Beaver Gets Skunked, Beaver won't pick Skunk as a partner because of his smell. The lesson, don't judge others based on preconceptions or appearances, and the importance of getting to know someone before forming an opinion. In Porcupine comes to her senses, Porcupine loses her glasses. The lesson is about power of senses other than vision. In Rabbit and Turtle's rerun, Rabbit and Turtle are having a race to settle down their argument. The lesson is about that friendship and good sportsmanship are more important than winning. In Lumpy's downhill battle, Lumpy believes his scarf is magic. Lesson: true abilities come from practice, not from a lucky charm. In Darby's Square Meeting Worms, Rabbit calls the super sleuths to help get rid of the worms that had infested his garden. In the lesson, things in nature that may seem like posts often have an important beneficial role in their ecosystem. In Piglet's Wish Upon a Star, Tigger calls the sleuths to help make Piglet's wish come true. The lesson: wishes can come true through effort and the help of friends rather than by magic alone. In Squirrels Will Be Squirrels, when Buster is blamed for misbehaving throughout the wood, the super sleuths must find the real culprits. The lesson is about accepts that things will behave according to their nature. In Pooh and Piglet misplace their place, Pooh and Piglet can't find a special spot where they watch the sunset. The lesson: a special place is defined not just by its physical features, but by the people you share it with. And so, in Eeyore, or his dark cloud, Eeyore calls the super sleuth to help get his cloud back to him. The lesson: it is okay to feel your feelings, even sad ones, and that true friends will accept and support you no matter what. And in Porcupine's Missing Flute, Porcupine lost her flute on an upcoming concert. The lesson: don't jump to conclusions and find all the facts before blaming someone. In Darby's Picture Perfect Day, Rabbit is sad because he can't be in a group photo and behind the camera at the same time. The lesson is about inclusivity and teamwork. In Super Duper Super Sleuths, a space rock lays in Rabbit's garden, causing his vegetables to grow. So the super sleuths gain superpowers after eating Rabbit's giant vegetables. Wait, did I say that right? Lesson: inclusivity and teamwork. In Super Duper Super Sleuths, a space rock lands in Rabbit's garden, causing his vegetables to grow. The super sleuths gain superpowers after eating Rabbit's giant vegetables. The lesson is that problem solving can help, even when origin and methods fail. In Darbysaurus, when Lumpy tells the super sleuths that he had lost his dinosaur, they became the caveman sleuths. Lesson: it's about the effective problem solving and the importance of asking clear questions. In Darby's is impossible case, Piglet calls the sleuths distributed by a strange new creature in the 100-acre wood. The lesson: don't judge individuals based on the actions of others. In Darby Gets Lemons, Makes Lemonade, the sleuths are helping Lumpy and Roo get more lemons for their lemonade stand after Darby's soccer ball had knocked it over. The lesson: overcoming a crisis of confidence and finding creative solutions to problems. In Dancing with Darby, the sleuths teach Porcupine to dance at Turtle's dance party. The lesson:
With a little help and practice from friends, you can overcome your worries and learn new things. In Tigger Yo-Yo, the sleuths need to get Tigger's lost yo-yo back in time for him to beat the yo-yo record. The lesson is about the perseverance and problem solving. And Pooh loses his shirt. When Pooh's shirt goes missing, the sleuths discover that the skunk has found it. The lesson? Communication, specifically having the courage to ask for help and state your needs clearly. In Pooh's honey of a problem, Pooh mistakes a jar of rabbit soup, sour squash soup for honey. The lesson? Pay attention to details. And in Darby's favorite place, Tigger and Pooh realize that Darby doesn't have a special place of her own, so they set about making her a playhouse. The lesson is about friendship and belonging. And that was the episodes of this series. It's Darby! Hey, Pooh Boy, it's Darby!
Oh, yes, and that's us in Super Sleuths.
I can't wait to invite everyone, even Gopher, and Beaver, and the Turtle, and Buster. That would be lots of fun.
Oh, yes, it would be.
Well, I'm glad you guys have a lot of fun sleuthing. I hope Darby will be there before you know it.
Oh, yes.
Now, can we finish, Dawn?
Yes, we certainly do, Mr. Narrator. Oh, hurry, Pooh. Oh, hurry, Pooh. I have to get back to work on sweeping leaves. Oh, yes, that's a good idea, Piglet. Anyway, carry on, Mr. Narrator.
Okay. And so we come to the My Friends Tigger and Pooh special called Super Sleuth's Christmas Movie. In this story, the Super Sleuths are helping a reindeer named Holly get to the North Pole just in time for Christmas Day. Lesson is about the perseverance, the importance of helping others, and the true spirit of Christmas. And now we come to My Friends Tigger and Pooh. Tigger and Pooh and the musical too. And in this story, Rabbit plans a fun picnic for his friends, complete with music, food, and laughter. And meanwhile, Tigger challenges Rabbit for mayorship, which divides the wood. Lesson: working together and being united is better than being divided. And now we're going back to the classics and Pooh Adventures. And that is Winnie the Pooh discovers the seasons. And in this story, Christopher Robin gave Pooh a calendar to help him learn about the 4 seasons. The lesson: life is a cycle of change, and each season brings its own unique beauty and purpose. And so we come to the last thing for the lessons, which is the Winnie the Pooh's Disney Learning Adventures, which these Winnie the Pooh learning adventures are to encourage young kids to help Pooh and his friends learn about early curriculum lessons at an early age. And why did they put, I already know all this stuff as a kid. And wait, did someone write this? Oh, must be someone else writing a book. Anyway, the episodes in Winnie the Pooh ABCs, Pooh and his friends help Christopher Robin put together a book of rhymes after the pages scatter in the wind. The lesson: it's about the importance of friendship and collaboration. In Winnie the Pooh 1-2-3s, Roo learns to count to help Christopher Robin prepare for a potluck party where each guest must bring 10 items. The lesson: learning can be fun and that it's beneficial to work with friends to solve problems. In Winnie the Pooh Shapes and Sizes, Pooh helps Rabbit organize his garden in time for harvest day by identifying and sorting out shapes and sizes with help from Owl, Piglet, Tigger, and Eeyore. The lesson is about the value of cooperation and communication, along with the importance of having patience and embracing a growth of mindset when learning new things. In Winnie the Pooh, wonderful world, and in Winnie the Pooh, wonderful world adventure, Pooh and his friends participate in the series of races and games organized by Owl, where they must use their understanding of opposites to complete challenges and win medals. The lesson? Hold on. Hold on. Did I say the lesson in order? Oops. Oh, did I? The lesson is about value of cooperation and communication, along with importance of having patience and embracing a growth mindset when learning new things. Anyway, let's try it. And in Winnie the Pooh, Wonderful World Adventure, Pooh and his friends participated in a series of races and games organized by Owl, where they must use their understanding of opposites to complete challenges and win medals. The lesson? Sometimes a contrary approach or a different perspective is necessary to overcome challenges, and that everyone has a unique contribution to make. And that's the end of each lesson of our adventures. Now, before we say goodbye and get back to the message, let's get to the history of Pooh. Oh, wait a minute. You mean me? Yes, Pooh. It would be you.
Oh, what? Oh, that was being a silly old bear.
And what does that say? Well, Pooh, I'll tell you this, but your name comes from two things. The first part of your names comes from another real bear named Winnie, short for Winnipeg, a Canadian Army mascot, and a pet swan named Pooh.
Oh, a pet swan? Oh, it has the same name as me?
Yes. And this leads the real Christopher Robin Milne create the full name for his teddy bear, initially called Edward Bear, who was renamed Winnie the Pooh during World War I, which ran from 1914 to 1918.
Oh,
Pooh, are you okay?
okay.
Oh, bother. Stuff it, fluff.
Oh, okay. That will be good. I didn't know. Oh, yes, I forgot that my name was usually called Edward Bear. But now I am Winnie the Pooh.
Yes, Pooh. Christopher Robin will be very happy to see that. Well, Pooh, I guess it's time to conclude the show. Or next time, Pooh, move out of the way.
Sorry, Mr. Narrator.
It's okay, Pooh. It happens. Well, and here is a message from Pooh and Christopher Robin. And from Christopher Robin, he says that you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. But the most important thing is, even if we're apart, I'll always be with you. And here's a message from Pooh.
Oh, that's me? Of course. If there ever comes a day when we can't be together, keep me in your heart. I'll stay there forever.
Well, that's a good story. That's a good story, Pooh. That's a good message, Pooh. Your friends and Christopher Robin will be very happy.
Oh, so will I.
Well, wherever they go, whatever happens to them along the way, in that enchanted place, A little boy and his bear, along with his friends, will always be waiting. The end. That's a good one, Mr. Narrator. Yes, we did it. I guess this is a good joy. Oh, what joy! That was a good job of you, Mr. Narrator. Yes, you did it, my good friend. Yes, we did it. You did. Thanks for telling the stories of our adventures, Mr. Narrator. Yeah, that was really fun. Thanks, everyone. I knew we can get that, and you can compliment about me telling the adventures of your stories and life lessons.
Oh, well, thank you, but at least we must be going now. I might be starving.
Yeah, and I gotta get a lot to go to work. Yeah, and I might go get to my garden and get back organizing my garden. And I gotta get back to my bouncing. I'm sure you guys are having a wonderful time. Well, guys, that will be fun. It's time for me to get you back on the page. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mr. Narrator. That would be lots of fun, too.
Okay. Well, we'll just turn the page and we'll get you back home.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Narrator.
Yes, this will be in. This will be home, sweet home.
It's fun being with you. Bye, Mr. Narrator.
Goodbye, kangaroo. And we thank you all for the good thing. Bye-bye for now. Until we can meet again.
Come, Piglet. How about we help do our chores and then I can get back home? Oh, thank you, Pooh. Well, Mr. Narrator, me and Piglet, I have to go back home. For me to eat honey and Piglet doing his chores.
That would be fun too. Goodbye, guys.
Goodbye. Come, Piglet. Let's get going. You got it, Pooh.
And that ends an adventure all in a place called the 100 Acre Wood.